Hey everyone, John here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a game in Stencyl. It's going to be called Star Catcher. It's sort of like where you have a little guy and you have to catch like falling stars. It'll be cool. Anyway, today I thought instead of doing just a straight up coding tutorial, I would like to show you all how to make like assets and things, so like how to make images and stuff. So I have this website here called pixelapp.com. It's a good free drawing program for pixel art. So I'm zoomed in a little bit too far. I'm just going to hit control and scroll out of the mouse wheel. There we go. Alright, so I'll just give a basic rundown. This is the drawing area. Over here you have your tools and pen size. Pen tool just draws. Control Z to undo. Vertical mirror pen will do like a mirror. Paint bucket tool fills. Paint all pixels of the same color. So if I have like one color of green and I want it to be a darker shade of green, then I can do that with that. Eraser tool erases. You can also right click by you can also erase by holding down right click with the pen tool. Rectangle tool draws rectangles and erases in rectangles like that. Circle tool draws circles and erases in circles. It's a lot harder to erase in a circle than it looks, so I just use the pen tool. It's a lot simpler. Alright, and then move tool can move a layer any direction. Shape selection is it will automatically select all pixels of like the same shape or color. Rectangle selection, you draw a rectangle and it selects. Lasso selection, you draw any shape and it selects. Lighten and darken will lighten and darken by a little bit. Dithering tool, you don't have to worry about too much. It just deletes every other pixel in a checkerboard pattern like that. And color picker for if you lost a color and you want it back. Alright, so by default, this little box here is 32 by 32, which is okay. And I'm just going to draw a little guy, so I want him to be like that. And I want to make sure that this number in the middle here is odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need it to be odd. And then this is the center button, so you can center it. I'm just going to move it up again. Alright, so that's going to be the top of his head, and too thick. There we go. Alright. That's his head. His eyes and his mouth. I'll draw his body. Like that. And his legs. And I think I'll have him standing on like a skateboard of some kind. Just like that. Alright, that's good. And I will color him. He doesn't have arms yet, but you'll see why in a second. So I'm going to give him just going to color him. Boom. And then I'm going to give him like a red shirt, I think. And some blue pants. There, that's good. And now I'm going to do, he's going to have like a basket on his head, so I'm going to try to draw that to the best of my ability. This might look pretty terrible, but that's okay. Just like that's fine. And then I'm going to draw his arms going up to it. Let's make them a little bit like that. And then I'm just going to give his arms 1 pixel worth of breathing width so I could fill them nicely. Just like that. And then I'll do the same thing. Well, not quite because it's off from the center by 1 pixel because it's odd and this is even. But so I'm just gonna have to mirror it like this, which is fine with me. Probably should have done this side first. Simple as that. And then again, I'll use the color picker to get his skin color again. And do that. Except I'll give him sleeves. Like that. Alright. I'd say that's good. And I might... There. Alright. That's good. And I am going to... Actually, I'm going to give him boots too. No, it looks weird. Okay. And now I'm going to color the basket. So I'll use a... Looking for a color for the basket. Maybe that for this right here. And then a slightly darker for the top. Alright. I would say that that is good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the export area. And I'm going to export. And his export resolution is going to be 128 by 128. So 4x. So that way we have that's a decent size. So I'm going to hit download to download that. And that's good for him. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase him. So I'm just going to, for the sake of simplicity, add a new frame and then delete this one. And what I'm going to do now that I've exported him, I'm going to draw the next thing, which is a star. So I'm going to use the vertical mirror pen. And I'm just going to get a star pattern like that. I'll call that a good star. And then I'll get a yellow to fill it. And I'm going to see if I can't shade it a little bit better. I'm just going to give it an outline like this, actually, instead of shading it. I think this will make it look better than shading it would. Alright, that's good. Actually, I'm going to do another layer slightly lighter on the inside of that. And then a little bit lighter inside that, just to give it a little bit of texture. Alright, I say that's good, so now I'm going to go here to the export, again 128 by 128, and download. Alright, once again I'm going to add new frame and delete the old one. And now I'm going to draw a meteor. So I'm just going to use the circle tool for this. Start on the top right, left, sorry, and go to the top to bottom right. Like that. And then I'm going to use this brown to fill it, like that. And then what I'll do is I'll use a darker brown to just make some like meteor craters things. And I'll fill those. Actually, I filled them with a slightly lighter color than that. Like that. I think that's good. And I'm going to export that as well. Alright, now I'm going to draw the background. I need a little bit more space for this, so I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to make it 640. Oh, come on, I said 640 by 480. Like that. Because this is how large Stencyl's tab is usually. So I'm going to get a black, because I sort of want it to be like a night sky sort of thing. I'm not going to do a complete black like some light, but not very light. Alright. And then I'm going to take a green, so like some grass. I'm going to use this. Is called the stroke tool. I forgot to mention it earlier as well. It draws straight lines. Like that. So I'm actually going to make those top lines a darker color. And then I'm going to come back to this lighter color and do the bottom. Just like that. I think that's perfect. Alright. Alright. I think that's good, so I'm going to once again... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a little bit more exact. What I'm going to do is take this, the stroke tool, and do it perfectly, because you can see right here it will show the where I'm at. So 480 is the bottom, so I want to do 32 up, because that's the perfect tile space. So that would be 448. So now that I have that line, I can use the stroke tool to get a perfect line out of it. Like that. And then I can come to the pixel under it and do that. And again, right there, like that. And again, right here, like this. I just want to fill it in perfectly. There we go. And then I'm going to once again take the lighter color and fill the bottom. So that's a perfect tile width in Stencyl. So that way it'll be lined up with the grid nicely. Alright, and then I'm going to go to export. And I do not want it to be in 4K, so I'm going to turn the scale down to 1. So it's 640 by 480, and once again, download that. Alright, that's it for the creation of all of our images. So I'm going to close this page now. And now I'm going to show you this page. It's called beatbox.co. It is a simple music maker. It works quite nicely. It uses a scale. So a scale is, simply put, a number of notes that sound good together. If you don't have any music theory knowledge, this is very useful, this tool. So it's notes, and you get to just click. And and then you can place notes like that. And you can remove them by clicking on them again. You can drag them out. You can, on some instruments, you can drag them up. On this one, you cannot. And then this is the sequencer, so you have patterns. So you have 4 instruments, 1, 2, 3, 4 instruments, and you have patterns. So pattern 1. So I would say I could do like this, just all the way up, like that. And pattern 2, sorry, not 0, 2. I could just make it come all the way down. And then when I play it, it goes on 1, then 2. Simple as that. I'm just going to delete these notes because I don't need them. And delete these notes because I don't need them. And then the instrument picker is down here. There's a lot of different instruments, so I recommend looking through it. And this is the, like, how much of it plays. So if I just want these 4 to play, then I have it on these 4. If I want all of it to play, I put it all the way out like that. And that's how that works. So I'll probably speed through this part because I'm just going to make a simple, just a simple loop. So, but it's really simple, and you can just see how I do it to make your own sort of thing. Alright, I've come up with this simple loop. It's just a simple melody and a simple chord progression based off the melody. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. It's just some music theory stuff. And then some simple bass notes for bass. Alright, so it sounds like this. And so forth. Alright, so I think that's good. So now I'm going to go into File and Export Song. I'm just going to call it Starcatcher theme. It's fine. No outro. Make the loop count 4 just to give it a little bit more depth. And a dot wave is fine. And I'm going to export that. Alright, that is all for this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and leave a comment telling me what you would like to see next time. I hope you continue watching the series because it's going to be a good one for sure. I think this is going to be a really fun game that we're going to make. So stick around and I'll see you all later. Bye.